What then is the legal status of adopted children? Just for clarity, Section 138 of the Child Rights Act is applicable here. Under it, adopted children have the same legal rights as biological children, including the right to inherit from adoptive parents, the right to the surname of the adoptive parents, the right to care, education, and protection. In truth, let us call the proverbial spade what it is, a spade. Under Nigerian law, a lawfully adopted child is a child, a proper child to all intents and purposes known to law. They enjoy all the rights of a biological child, but just be sure to follow the rules of adoption strictly. Next, we'll take into a peep into the sometimes duplicitous and treacherous world of stepchildren in blended families. Before we embark on that journey, let us attempt to answer the question, what actually is a blended family? A blended family is a family structure that is formed when two people enter into a marriage, or these days a committed partnership, and at least one of them brings children from a previous relationship into the new household. This type of family dynamic arises when, for instance, there is remarriage after a divorce or as a result of widowhood. Then sometimes long-term cohabitation, where children are born and the people are not married and they subsequently get married. In other words, if you've had a child, for instance, as a youth, and then you get married, you bring that child into your new family. It is called a blended family. It could also arise by reason of adoption or fostering, where one or both partners legally become step-parents. Blended families require patience. They require flexibility and effort, but can become strong and loving units when managed with care and diligence. Under Nigerian law, stepchildren in blended families generally do not have automatic inheritance rights from their step-parents unless they are specifically adopted by that parent or provided for in a will. Their legal status and inheritance rights depend heavily on testamentary disposition and intestacy laws, and of course adoption laws. Let me explain what this means. If you bring a child, for instance, that you've had before you got married, and your wife is a stepmother, that child does not have inheritance rights with your wife. She cannot inherit directly from your wife unless your wife made a will